All right, fine. So this meeting is going to be very, very interesting. All the things you need about the preparation for G exams. Okay. If you are in class 10th, it is a very good opportunity for you right now to start your preparation for NEET exam. If you have already crossed standard 11, okay, still you have 1 year in your hand to prepare for NEET exam or G exam, okay, or whatever competitive exam you wish to be, okay, you wish to write, okay. But if suppose you have already lost 1 year, you have to do more work than standard 10th or 9th students. Okay. Here in Tamil Nadu, what happens is because there are a lot of schools and colleges around, admission here happens just on the basis of marks. But if you go to North India, or if suppose you have to write NEET exam or G exam, you have to fight with every candidate around this India. Okay, so not only from the student of your local school or your district or your state, but for whole country you have to beat them. Okay, in NEET exam or in G exam, the number of candidates filling the form is far more than that of number of students cracking this exam, being qualifying in this exam. Okay, so what happens here is if you see the ratio for G exam, for every 1,900 candidates, only one candidate are able to qualify. One candidate is able to qualify the exams. Okay, here I will give you all the study materials, how to prepare for G exam. Okay, at one place. The recording of this video will not be available. Okay, and if it is, it depends on your request. Okay, and also I will give you the best study material and also the smallest study material by which you can prepare and get benefits and will be able to qualify the exam. Fine. So let me start my screen sharing. All right. Just a moment. All right, hello students, welcome to my online class, Pratik Singh classes. And here I will teach you how to learn about the exam, how to learn how to prepare for NEET exams. Okay, so let us start. See, G or joint entrance examination is the largest engineering entrance examination which occurs both in online and offline mode. That means you can fill the form, and while at the filling the form, you will have the option whether you want to write your exam by pen paper, means offline mode, or whether you want to write your exam in online mode. Offline mode is just the oldest method, and now more and more students are opting for online mode because it is easier for them, but it is also a new way of taking the examination. Okay, in offline mode, you will be given question paper and you will be given a rough paper to solve the questions and OMR sheet to bubble all the answers. What is the drawback in offline mode is that if suppose you are bubbling your OMR sheet, it may happen that by mistake you bubble one or two options for a same question, or sometimes it happens that you misarrange the bubble. That means if suppose for question number 100 you have solved the question and you have got the correct option is option C, okay, but instead of option C you have bubbled in option B. Okay, once you bubble in another option, you cannot change it, so you will get negative marking first. Second thing is that suppose just a moment, somebody is asking for 1 minute. Okay, all right. Fine. So what happens here is, if suppose you bubble the wrong option, you cannot change the option. Okay, so that will be loss of your marks as well as negative marking. Sometimes it happens that instead of bubbling question number 100, you have bubbled question number 99 or 101. Again, there will happen the loss of two answers. Okay, first the correct option, and second the question which you have bubbled. Okay, you cannot change it. So that is the drawback of offline mode. Okay, but still there are many students who opt for offline mode examination. Okay, in online examination mode, what will happen here is, when you will go at the center, you will be given a system, and in the system you will get there your login ID and password. Once you open your login ID and password, from that time your timer will start. Okay, so once your timer will start, it will go in decreasing order. Means if suppose the exam is of 3 hours, the timer will run in opposite manner. Means 3 hours, 2 hours 59 minutes, 2 hours 58 minutes, and like that up to 0. Once it goes to 0, it will automatically save all your answers, and it will log you off. First thing. Second thing is that in online mode examination, the best benefit is that you will get a chance to change your options. Means if suppose you have solved any question, and for that question you have got option A. Okay, and you have bubbled option A, just by a mouse click you have bubbled option A. After some time, when you revise that question, you find that previously you have done something wrong and the correct option is B. Okay, so in online exam you will have the option to change the correct option. Means once you have bubbled any option, you can change it. Also, you can have retick or untick any question for review. Okay, and in online exam mode, what happens there is, you will find how many questions you have left. Okay, like as your screen you can see some PDF is there, I have typed for you. Okay, to the likewise same thing, question will come on in front of your screen, and below that there will be option ABCD, and to solve that question you will be given empty papers there. Okay, on that empty papers you have to solve that question, and you have to bubble it. Okay, at the right side of the screen you will see that for which question you have bubbled. Okay, if you have bubbled any question, it will show there green color. If you haven't bubbled any option, just left that question and went to the other question, it will show there brown color. If suppose you put any question for review, it will show yellow color there. So that is the biggest benefit for online examination mode. Okay, so huge number of students participates in the exam every year with the dream of cracking JEE exam, but very few of them are able to crack it. Okay, as earlier I have shared you, the ratio of passing the students is just for every 1,900 students, only one student get the chance to qualify it. Okay, so here when JEE is knocking at your door, means if suppose here I can see on the screen many students are here who are in 12th. Some students there will be in class 11th now, as I can see on the screen. Some students are in class 10th now. Okay, who are watching this video. So if suppose you are in class 12th now, or about to write your 12th exam next year, so just JEE exam is just knocking at your door. So at this time, don't get any kind of fear. Just start your preparation in full swing from today onwards. Okay, utilize best of your time, utilize every moment of your time, because the more you will leave the preparation for next day, the other candidate will have chance to beat you. Okay, it is better always to start from NCERT books, whether you are studying in CBSE school or Tamil Nadu matriculation school or any state board or ICSE board. Okay, NEET exam and JEE exam happens in such a way that more than 70% questions comes from NCERT book. Okay, here I am saying NCERT book, that doesn't mean the question will come from NCERT book. Okay, it is based on the concepts of NCERT book always. Okay, they help, the NCERT books will help you to forming good conceptual base, and also it is easy to understand. Once you finish your NCERT book, then you can go to any standard reference books. Okay, for that I will give you what are the standard books at the end of this video session. All right, fine. So here some tips will be help you in simplifying your G preparation plan to cover the syllabus in minimum time. Everybody at your age are too much in playful. Okay, they lost a lot of time in friendship. Okay, but there are other students also who prepare for qualifying in NEET exam or G exam at every moment. Okay, so here I have prepared the shortest book list for your preparation, and also in how to prepare in the minimum time possible. Okay, so here for G exam you have 3 subjects, that is physics, chemistry and mathematics. Okay, and all the 3 subjects are equally important, and you have to work sufficiently for each of them. That means you cannot be strong in any one subject and weak in any other subject. You have to be better in all the 3 subjects. First. Second is, when you are competent enough to solve the questions from all the 3 subjects, try to gain expertise on your strongest part and or favorite area. It means that if suppose you have finished your preparation from NCERT books, okay, for class 11th and 12th both, please keep in mind, when you write your board exam in +2, there comes question only from 12th. But when you will write your G exam, the question will be from 11th and 12th both. Okay, so once you solve your 11th and 12th book thoroughly of NCERT, after that start solving some questions from some reference books, other reference books, and also find out which portion is your strongest part, which portion you need some more work, more time to do. Okay, at this crucial time you will have limited time in hand. You should proceed with revision of the covered syllabus rather than trying to learn some new topics for completing the syllabus. This thing is for +2 students. Here +2 students who are watching this video, you just have 2-3 months for preparation for J exam. If suppose you already have finished your 11th and 12th revision, don't try anything new now. Just go through all the topics which you have done in class 11th and 12th. Okay, don't study in haphazard manner. Okay, try to plan out your study keeping in mind the time available to you, and also how much time you have to give for your board examinations and NEET preparation. This is very tough to find out whether to give more time on board examination or more time on G examination. It depends on how much you are prepared. Okay, but both goes simultaneously. Okay, choose a standard books. List will be provided at the end of this video, and revise as much as possible from same book. Okay, means don't try to have a lot of books. Whatever book is available to you, try to revise the same book too many times, so that the concepts will become clear to you. Okay, so here is the G pattern. Okay, this is for G mains exam. Exam mode. The exam will be held through online or offline mode, as I have shared you earlier. A candidate can opt either for pen or pen-based exam, that means offline exam, or computer-based examination mode, that means in online mode. Number of questions will be equally in physics, chemistry and mathematics. Total 90 objective type questions will be there, means 30 in each subject. Okay, exam duration. The exam duration will be of 3 hours. In 3 hours, 90 questions. That means in 270 minutes, 90 questions you have to solve. That means for every one question, you will get 3 minutes to solve and bubble out. Fine. If suppose any candidate is 40% disabled, for them 4 hours will be given, the time duration. Okay. Question paper medium will be either English or Hindi. Okay. So these days, people don't opt for Hindi paper. So in all around India, more than 99.95% people write exam in English mode, and very few write in Hindi mode. Okay. And marking system here will be, if you will select the correct option, you will get positive 4 marks, and if you will do wrong, you will get negative 1 marks. Okay, so as you can see here in the table given below, in chemistry total 30 questions will be there. Okay, and it will be of 120 marks. Physics 30 questions, 120 marks. Mathematics 30 questions, 120 marks. So total 90 questions, duration 3 hours, and total marks is 360. Okay, here you have to pass not in any one subject but also in all the subjects. That means cutoff will be prepared in such a way that you will have to pass in chemistry also, in physics also, and in mathematics also. There will be minimum cutoff in all the 3 subjects. Okay, now here comes a strategy for different subjects: how to prepare for physics, how to prepare for chemistry, and how to prepare for mathematics. Okay, so as I have shared you earlier, all the subjects are important. Don't concentrate on any one or two. You have to give equal time and equal importance to all the 3 papers. Okay, aspirants must prepare thoroughly from NCERT textbooks. Okay, NCERT is the base of all the books. Okay, while I was going through the weightage of the questions of previous years, I have seen there that in previous year NEET exam, not in NEET exam, more than 30% of questions in physics, chemistry, and biology have yet to come from Tamil Nadu textbook, from Tamil Nadu textbook. So whatever numerical sums are given at the end of your chapter, okay, please try to solve all of them, because Tamil Nadu syllabus is easier than that of NCERT syllabus. Okay, fine. So here it comes how to prepare for physics. First of all, whenever you are going to prepare for physics, whatever book you have, always keep notebook and pen in front of you, and when you refer any book, when you are studying any chapter, note down all the formulae and results given there, because sometimes in NEET exam or G exam, questions are asked directly on the equations, on the formulae. Okay, and also if suppose from the beginning of your preparation, if you make a notebook for formula and results, it will help you at the time of revision. First. Second thing, practice as many questions as you can. See, there is a basic difference in board exam and NEET G exam. In board exam, you have more than 90% questions theoretical, okay, and very few are there numerical, and even in that numerical sums, you will have options. But in NEET exam or G exam, okay, talking here only for G exam, you will have all the questions numerical. Very few questions are asked conceptual. All the questions are numerical. That means in 3 minutes, you have to read the question, understand the question. You have to find out what will be the formula to solve that question. And after that, you also have to solve that numerical sums and bubble in the OMR sheet or in your desktop. Okay. Also, while you are preparing, while you are going for the books, don't use calculators. Okay, try to use calculations by your own as much as possible. So practice as much questions as you can, keeping in mind how much time is available for you. Okay, and whenever at the starting of solving the sums, you will take a lot of time, but as you will prepare it simultaneously, your speed will increase. All right, if suppose you are in +2 now, avoid lengthy and complicated problems at the last minute if suppose the time is limited, and focus on your strong areas, means in which subject, which topic you are the best aware of. So here I have taken this from internet, that what are the topics important from physics and what is the average question asked in each year. So it is from 11th and 12th both. So if you see here, from current electricity, average number of questions asked every year is about 8. Sometimes it goes 6 questions, sometimes it goes 10 or 12 questions, but average is 8. It is of last 5 years. Okay. Likewise, electrostatics 4 questions, optics, laws of motion, simple harmonic motion, that is SHM, waves, heat and thermodynamics. So these 7 topics are too much important topic for NEET exam, and if you ask which one is most important in this 7, I will say you the first and second one, that is current electricity and electrostatistics. You have to prepare these 2 topics as much as possible first. Okay. Next, how to prepare for chemistry. Okay, so here you have 3 papers in chemistry, that is physical chemistry, organic chemistry, and inorganic chemistry. Only NCERT book is not enough for chemistry. You have to take some reference materials also, but the basic is NCERT. Start from NCERT, finish it, and then go to another question, another book first. Second thing is that you can do simultaneously preparation. That means referring NCERT book as well as for same topic referring some other books. Okay, the list of book I will provide you at the end of this meeting. So chemistry is among the tough subjects as it involves a lot of mug-up, a lot of cramming of formulas and reactions. Okay, you have to study a lot of chemical reactions. You have to study a lot of theories. You have to also study a lot of explanations. Okay, understand the conceptual base of the topic. Okay, reaction mechanism is the base part from which the questions are asked from organic chemistry, and also periodic table is the most scoring part. Okay, so always keep a periodic table in front of you. Okay, you can purchase periodic table from online and paste it on your wall, so that whenever you wake up in your study room, you can go through the periodic table. And for G exam, you have to memorize the periodic table for up to atomic number 54 and some other elements, atomic number, atomic mass, mass number, etc. also. Okay, then here are some topics and average number of questions I have given here. Okay, like periodic table and representative elements. Last year 3 questions asked from them. Then transition elements and coordination chemistry. Transition elements come in organic chemistry, and coordination chemistry comes in both organic as well as in physical chemistry. Last year 3 questions were asked. Gaseous state, okay, it comes in organic as well as in physical chemistry. Only 2 questions were asked. Atomic structure, it comes in organic chemistry. Okay, not only in chemistry, it also comes in, this topic also comes in physics. Okay, so this is correlated to physics as well as chemistry. Okay, if you are able to solve the question from equations of physics, you can do, or also you can solve the same question from chemistry equations. Then solution and colligative properties, this is the toughest one in chemistry. Then general organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, amines, carboxylic acids and derivatives, then carbohydrates, amino acids and polymers. Okay, so these are the important topics in preparation for chemistry. Okay, but I'm not saying there isn't any other topic. These are the best topic for which the questions always come. There are some other topics also. Okay, then how to prepare for mathematics. Here conceptual understanding should be preferred in mathematics, and also you have to solve as much as possible. Okay, then practice a lot in mathematics, because none of the question from your book will be asked. All the questions will be asked according to the formula and concept given in your book, but not from your book. Okay, so the totally 13 different subtopics of mathematics, in which these 6 topics are too much important, like coordinate geometry. Okay, it is in 2D and 3D both. Then limit, continuity and differentiability, this comes under calculus. Complex number and quadratic equation, this comes under algebra. Integral calculus, sequence and series, trigonometry, and the other topics are probability, statistics, and then Boolean algebra. Okay, and then 2D and 3D, as I have said you earlier. So those are the topics which are too much important, and also it contains heavy marks. Okay, fine. So this is G-Men's qualifying cutoff based on year 2018. The first time when the G-Men's and advanced exam was started. Before G-Men's and advanced, I have written the G exam just in different way as you have now. So here you can see here for general category, the minimum marks to get qualified was 74 in year 2018. Okay, the first time when the G has changed its pattern or the current pattern, and the maximum mark any general candidate category has found out is 350 out of 360. Okay, then for OBC non-creamy layer, minimum marks to get qualified is 45. Okay, and the maximum mark any OBC candidate has got is just 73. Okay, for SC candidate, the minimum cutoff mark is just 29. For ST scheduled tribe, the minimum cutoff mark is just 24. And for physical handicapped candidates, okay, the minimum cutoff mark is just minus 35. That means even if they have secured 0 marks in NEET, sorry, in G exam, they got a seat in IITs or NITs. Okay, so here you can see the G-Men's previous year's cutoff marks starting from year 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, and for year 2018 I have given you earlier. Okay, so as you can see here, what is the graph of getting minimum marks for qualifying in G exam. If you are in general category, you can see here that in last 4-5 years, if you have got at least 85 plus marks in G exam, you will get a seat in NIT, and if you write again that G advanced exam, you may get a seat in IITs. Okay, if you are from OBC or SC ST, you can see here for SCs the minimum qualifying marks to get a seat in NITs is 50 plus, and to get a seat in IITs is 65 plus. Likewise, for ST candidate, the minimum qualifying mark is just here, you can see 27. Okay, and as the year has changed, so if any SC candidate is getting 50 plus marks, okay, they will have zero chance to get qualified in G. All right, fine. So now coming to next slide. So here I have given you some resources for preparation of G exam. For mathematics, you have to first go through NCERT books, okay, then students' friend publication books. Okay, please take a notepad and write it. Student friend publication books are the best books for the preparation of G exam. At the end of this video session, I will give you the link by which you can buy it online, because this book is not available in Tamil Nadu. Mostly it is available in UP and Delhi, Haryana, Punjab. Okay, then Arihant publication books. Also, at this time of pandemic, you cannot go outside and buy books. So I will message you the links through which you can purchase these books if you are interested. Okay, then for physics, just a minute. For physics, first solve NCERT. Okay, as you are in Tamil Nadu now and you are following Tamil Nadu syllabus, Tamil Nadu syllabus physics is just 10% of NCERT syllabus. Okay, the NCERT book is very thin, but it is too much concise. Okay, so first solve NCERT volume 1 and volume 2 for 11th and 12th. Okay, and simultaneously you can solve concepts of physics volume 1 and volume 2 written by H.C. Verma, the professor, retired professor from IIT Kanpur. He wrote this book, Concepts of Physics. Okay, if you just go through Concepts of Physics volume 1 for standard 11th and volume 2 for standard 12th, this is the best resource material for you. Okay, and if you want to get in-depth knowledge, okay, you can go to Halliday and Resnick, that is Pearson edition book. Okay, Pearson publication book, and this is the best book available in the market. So, if you ask some other resources, I can also give you the name of IE Eurodome. That is also the best book to solve numerical sums for physics. Okay. Then in coming to chemistry, just a minute. All right. In organic chemistry, NCERT is the basis. After that, Morrison and Wyatt. Morrison and Wyatt is there. O.P. Tandon is there. Paula Bush is there. These are the best organic chemistry books which you can refer for your G preparation. For inorganic chemistry, again NCERT is the base. Okay, then you can also refer Paula Bruce and O.P. Tandon. Okay, Paula Bruce is the name of author. Okay, O.P. Tandon is also the name of the author on which name the book comes. Okay, and for physical chemistry, again NCERT. Okay, then SLG and RCM. SLG is Sinha, Lal and Ghosh. RCM means RC Mukherjee. Okay, so it is available online. It is not available anywhere in offline mode or window shopping. So at the end of this video, I will give you the link by which you can get these books. You can order these books online. Okay, either on Flipkart or Amazon, anywhere. Okay, but please believe me, G exam is very, very tough. If other student can qualify it, you can also qualify it. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, this is the concept of physics by H.C. Verma. Okay, volume 1 for class 11th and volume 2 for class 12th, and this is the basic or mother father of all the G or NEET preparation. Okay, then for organic chemistry, this is the best book available in the market. That is Morrison and Wyatt. Okay, and this is for NCERT. All right. Fine. So once you go through that G website and download from there what is the syllabus for G examination. Okay, and once you go through the syllabus, once you finish the revision of your syllabus thoroughly, practice G sample papers and previous year's question paper. The more you will solve previous year question paper, the more you will get confidence that you can qualify in G. Okay, one of the greatest challenges for any entrance exam is the time limitation. When you will write the exam, you will find out that even 3-minute time is not enough to solve a question. It all depends on how much practice you have done earlier. Okay, you have to complete 90 questions within 3 hours. That means you have to dedicate only 3 minutes for each question. Okay, and it is very, very hectic. Sometimes it goes even 1 minute just to read the question and try to understand it. Okay, that means time management skill you have to go through, you have to develop in yourself, and this can always happen when you will try to solve the previous year G questions in given time limit. Okay, candidates who practice G sample papers and previous year question papers, it gives them the boost. Okay, to solve the questions with speedy and accuracy. Solving question papers will also give you an idea about the question pattern, then what is the difficulty level of the question paper, and also on internet chapter wise question paper is available for previous 20 years. Just don't waste your time. Search on Google and find out, download all the questions being asked in the previous years chapter wise. Different coaching institutes, they publish the question paper with solution in their website like Byju's, Narayana, FitG, Bansal, Pi, Omicron. Okay, and also while you will solve the previous year's question paper, you will find out which topic you are the best in and which topic you are not so good, and how much you need to prepare from them, how much you need to give time for them. Okay, and also while you start your preparation, while you go through your preparation, always prepare the notes. Okay, so here the best way to improve memory skill is to prepare notes while studying. You should jot down all the important notes in a copy or a diary, which can be useful for revision before exam and save you a lot of time. Means once you have all the best formulas and results at one place. You not have to waste the time to find out in which chapter, which topic that formula is given. Okay, you should note down the points clearly, as it will help you to avoid confusion during the time of revision. First thing. Second thing is that concentrate on weaker sections. Okay, while you will go through your preparation, you will find out that what is your weaker section, what is your base section. If you are able to find out what is your weaker section, you will find out that how much time you have to give on any particular topic. Okay, then take a guidance from your teacher, from your friend. Okay, I'm available for you to help you in any way. Okay, if you are able to solve these sample papers and previous year question papers to analyze your weaker areas and dedicate more time to your sections, by this you can overcome your fear of weakness and gain a lot of confidence. Okay, so here are some common mistakes that candidates should avoid during G preparation. First, not following the timetable. You have to follow the timetable vigorously and every day. Okay, you have to follow the timetable strictly for 1 year or 2 years. Okay, hectic schedule. You should not follow a hectic schedule or study for a long period of time, as it can affect your retention and develop fatigue. Sometimes it happens that the students, they study for more than 4 hours in a sitting. Okay, if you will do like that, you will lose all your interest. So always make your study plan in such a way that in one sitting you should stay for 1 or 1.5 hours, and then take a break of 10 or 15 minutes, go and have a round. Okay, and then again start your revision. In that way you will get some freshness and you will start your preparation in all the best ways. Then ignoring NCERT is the biggest mistake done by candidates, because 70% of the question come from NCERT textbooks. So candidates should not ignore NCERT books first. Then following too many books means there are some candidates who have a lot of books for different subject, different topic. Don't do that. Make your bookshelf as small as possible and revise the same book as many times as possible. Okay, so in the previous slide I have given you the best material for preparation. Okay, as I have given you for physics, mathematics and chemistry. For mathematics, NCERT book and student friend books is the best. Okay, if suppose you are also preparing for Olympiad, you can have Arihant publication books. Okay, but keep in mind in NCERT book, okay, all the topic comes in 2 volumes, but in student friend books, students friend publication books or Arihant publication books, okay, for different topic you will have different book. That means there is only one book for algebra, only one book for 2D, only one book for 3D, only one book for calculus, only one book for trigonometry, like that. So totally 13 books will be there. Okay, for NCERT I will just suggest you these 2. Okay, NCERT book as well as these concepts of physics. Okay, don't ever think that first go through NCERT then the other books. Please buy this book and start preparation from them simultaneously with NCERT. Okay, then for chemistry I have given you the material here. All right, fine. So if you have any doubt, if you want to know about book links, how to purchase, from where to purchase, there are monthly magazines also for the preparation of G exam. There are study materials given free by different institutions, but students, they have if suppose you want to find out the free study materials, you have to give a lot of time. So better just message me on this WhatsApp number, okay, that what you want, and I will send you whatever things available with me. Okay, like when it comes to magazines, okay, for mathematics it is mathematics for you. Okay, for chemistry it is mathematics, it is for mathematics today, for chemistry today, and for physics it is physics for you. So these 3 magazines comes every month. Okay, one magazine costs around 120 rupees, something like that. Okay, but I have its subscription. If you wish, I will send you this to your WhatsApp Okay, if you say so. And also join any monthly test paper, any monthly test series to find out how much you are prepared for the exam. Okay, and also I get some sample test papers with me every year free of cost. If you wish, I can send you on your WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, just message me on this number as you can see on your screen. Fine. So this is all about how to prepare for NEET, G exam. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can answer, you can question me. Okay, I am unmuting all of you. Just a moment. All right. So I can see here Sanu Priyan. Okay, fine. Silvara, Jitishwaran. Jitish, anybody has any question, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Sir.
Yes. What is your name?
Sir, Jiteshwaran, sir.
Yes. What do you want?
Sir, in the mathematics, there are some chapters also, sir, like relations in 12th subjects are there, no, sir? That also can come, sir.
See, there are some topics which is given in your +2 book, which is not in the current syllabus of G exam, and also there are some portions, some topics given in G syllabus, which is not in your Tamil Nadu mathematics book. Okay, so first download the G syllabus and refer the book according to that. Okay, because in Tamil Nadu mathematics book, there are some topic which is directly related to engineering, not to the G exam or NEET exam. Okay, and also they are not in any way used for your preparation. Next.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next. Bala Sundar, if you have any question, you can ask.
Nothing, sir.
All right. Harini, if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, so here it has gone around more than 40 minutes. So I am ending the meeting now. Can I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all
Yes,
right.
sir.
So this recording will be
Thank you
available.
for this class, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.